What is up the world? Austin Schrock here, bringing you another video. And no, I did not hurt myself during that intro. I was thinking about something that my friend said recently. We were talking about how I was just so amped up about filmmaking, and he was like, yeah, you're still in the new stages of it, where it's like this thing is still new, and so that's why you enjoy it so much, because you're still discovering stuff about it. And he's like, usually after about 6 months is when there's that turning point where it kind of goes from being new to your everyday thing, or it's regular. And it got me thinking, because right now it's the 6-month mark, very close to when I first started film. Crazy to think about. I way rather celebrate timeline stuff and things, like where you 6 months to a year, compared to like a certain number of subscribers or views or anything like that. Way more prefer that. And because I was thinking about that, it got me thinking about, burnout and failure and just all those different negative things that just stop you and that prevent you from doing what you love. We all fail, it's part of life, it's part of learning. And I'm just not realizing that talking about failure and the fact that I'm doing daily vlogs might make it seem like I failed doing daily vlogs. That is not the case. Still doing daily every single day and loving it. Haven't failed that yet. I've heard the term so many times. Failure is not an option. Excuse me? Yes, it is. Failure is always an option. If failure is not an option, then what's the point of doing anything? Because there's no success if there's not a chance of failure. People want to have success without the chance of failure. I mean, that's just impossible. There's no such thing as success without the chance of failing. Most people look at failing in kind of the wrong direction. They look at failing as like you fail a project or an object, or you're failing something, instead of just failing in general. Failing to have a good attitude, failing to be on time, failing to keep up good relationships. All those different things we don't seem to look at as failure necessarily, but they definitely are. In the last video we talked about getting out of your creative rut and just getting out of the norm, getting out of boring monotony of work and all that stuff. And so one of the things that I talked about in there was being spontaneous. So I'm gonna be spontaneous and go swimming. Actually, another thing that got me thinking about this was a specific humongous failure in my life that literally almost cost me my life. Like, literally almost died from it. So that's another thing that sort of got me thinking about it, was like, that we talk about failure just like, oh, you failed to do this or do that, or you failed at that project, well, actually, sometimes failure is a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger than that. Oh yeah, we're going swimming. Loot! Look at all this stuff. I don't think any of it's for me though. I totally parked Caleb in. He can't leave now. Fun fact for you guys. I used to actually come to here, like this place, to do my piano lessons. So I know this road like the back of my hand. I can drive it in my sleep. They got really quiet. Hello! Oh, wow! So much white all in one spot. Man. Okay, I'll be careful where I point this camera. Just gonna face this wall right here. Sean's hiding behind a bush. Oh, I would have killed you if you'd done that. Just gonna back in here. Everybody is officially behind frame, who is way too white for this camera. So in case you're wondering, this is Tony Forey's pool. Oh, that felt amazing and cold, and I'm gonna die now. They're having a little bit of a temper tantrum over there. That's gonna wrap up the swimming, at least portion of this. I'll be back home in a second. They were so terrified to be on the vlog. They're like, wait, let me look at that shot you just got. Let me make sure it's okay. Oh, look, I mean, I guess I'll just have to eat it. I mean. Okay, where were we? Oh yes, we were talking about failure. One of the coolest things I ever heard about failure was that you learn the most from failing, not from succeeding. At first it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around that, but in a sense it's very, very true. You learn so much by failing. And I want you to look at failing not as you fail and it's just bam, it's just like you're down and you're just, that's it. No, no, no. You need to look at failing as an opportunity, a chance to try something again, to grow, to learn. Failing is not the end game. Failing wins when you stop, when you let it, when you say, okay, I'm done. That's when you fail. That's when you actually fail. Keep getting up. Keep facing that again. If I could leave you with one takeaway, is that failing is an opportunity to start again, to learn, to grow, to give something another shot. It's not the end game unless you let it be, unless you quit. So feel free to bump into that like button, nail the subscribe button, and on your way out, don't forget to ring that bell, yo. I will see you in the next video. Austin out.